Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Tuesday. I think it's August 23rd. And hopefully this will record this time. I'm trying it again. Yes, we seem to have lights moving on the meter. All right. So what is up on this Tuesday? Well, we still do not have feeds from the backyard. We had a literally 2 seconds worth of feeds since the last time I talked to you. I made the most of those 2 seconds, by the way, as many of you know at this point. We'll get to that in a little bit. What's happening? Well, we do not think the power of veto was used inside the house. There was confirmation late last night that Brittany did not use it. Kudos to Big Brother Access. I'm taking their word for it. They said it was finally confirmed very late last night. We assumed it wasn't going to be used, but they apparently heard Brittany say something that actually confirmed it. So I'll go with that. I just didn't watch the inside feeds that much, other than kind of keeping light tabs on it. There's just not a whole lot going on right now. We're waiting. Monty and Taylor had some talks to kind of mending fences from early on in the season when Taylor was kind of given the cold shoulder by most of the house. Jasmine seems in good spirits considering she's supposed to be going. I guess they're doing a decent job of making her think that Monty is the actual target. That's all I can guess. They had comment on the fact that the music has been played in the backyard almost nonstop since the Saturday yelling incident. Can't verify that. Can't confirm that. There was also rumors of like a 4 a.m. Wall yeller incident. Can't confirm that either. I did reach out to my sources, and they didn't really confirm it or deny it. So it is what it is, and we'll just have to go with it. Doesn't really matter in the end. We don't know what's going on. There is a rumor that the power veto was used outside in the backyard, but again, we can't confirm that. We don't know, and the only thing we have to go on is a very, very brief, literally 2 seconds clip of the backyard, in which we can see Terrence, the back of Turner's head, and Joseph talking. Well, actually, they were sitting. You could hear Kyle's voice talking, and he was saying it, as best as we could tell, it was a retelling of Terrence being invited to be a festy bestie with Monty and Joseph. This is a story that Kyle had already told Terrence before nominations, to explain that, look, you were just a shield for Monty and Joseph. They really didn't want you. They weren't trying to protect you. They were trying to have a body to put up in case they needed to nominate someone and vote someone out. So, what can we gather from that? And that literally was from 2 seconds of clip. Now, I did an extensive over-analysis of that clip last night, much to the bemusement of some and myself. It was fun. I literally just broke it down. And I found it interesting because I had actually maintained that I thought Kyle was retelling the story to Alyssa somewhere else because he wasn't on camera. And then when I went and I put the thing on full screen and I recorded it, and at full screen, I could see that Terrence was not looking at Joseph when he was talking, even though I thought he was initially. He was looking, more to one side of Joseph. And then when I zoomed in on Joseph, I realized that he was looking at Terrence, but then he looked in another direction, and he looked back at Terrence again. he was looking at Kyle, who was doing the talking, and Kyle just was off camera between Terrence and Joseph. And so it was like, oh, light bulb went off. It's like, okay, that's what happened. And so he, sorry, distraction. And so that's what I broke down and kind of played it out like in slow motion. And I almost thought about slowing down the voice to get it down talking like this, but I didn't do that. It was too much work to actually do that, but it would have been fun. But sometimes I spend a lot of time doing things and they aren't as popular as I thought they might be. And I'm like, oh, why did I spend, sometimes like 2 hours doing something that wasn't really any kind of a quote hit. Well, this one actually took off and was quite the sensation. I also drew Microsoft Paint stick figures to kind of give people a relationship where they were, which again amused people. So it was fun. Had a good time, and I think I convinced some people that indeed that's what was going on, and explained it better for people that couldn't understand it. So we learned something. We learned how what was going on with that brief clip. We don't know it. And the question is, so if Kyle was indeed replaying that in front of Terrence and in front of Joseph, what happened? Because that shows that the secret is out. At least that part of the secret of the Festy Bestie thing. We can't say that the leftover alliance has been exposed, but did Terrence indeed, as some have said, use the power veto, save Turner, and put Kyle up in his place? Because that's what some people are saying happened, which would put Kyle in peril. But it's Kyle versus Joseph, so then how's the vote going to go? You would expect Alyssa would vote to keep Kyle, and Turner might vote to keep Joseph, leaving it up to Terrence to make the call. And who is Terrence going to pick between Joseph and Kyle? Don't know. And so, but again, Turner was a part of that conversation, so he knows what's going on. So there's all kinds of questions there. And the backyard is obviously much, much more interesting than inside the house. But thanks to our wall yellers, we aren't getting to see what's going on, and I don't think we're going to get to see what's going on. There's also one other rumor that cropped up last night that I briefly highlighted and then deleted the retweet. But Hamster Dingo, aka Hamster Watch, was commenting on the fact that inside the house, I think both Michael and Taylor made a comment that they had said the day Thursday as one of their talking points, and they were asked not to mention the day, which led to them saying, maybe the eviction's going to be earlier, since we weren't supposed to say Thursday. And that kind of put me in my mind in a thing of, oh my gosh, if they do the eviction like on Wednesday and record it, and then we have to pretend, then act like it's live on Thursday, but in reality, the eviction's already happened. They've already remerged the houses. We don't get to see any of that, nearly close to when it happened. And we won't get to see, for 24 hours after it's happened, we don't get to see anything. I was like, that's going to suck. But then I realized as Dingo did that, well, Dingo didn't think it was legit. I kind of jumped the gun and thought it might be. But in reality, it just could be that production just doesn't want days mentioned, days of the week, just because they don't need that in their storytelling. They don't need to say what day of the week it is, because people are going to be watching it on a Thursday or a Wednesday. Why do they need to hear Thursday or Wednesday in the actual commentary? They may want it to seem like it's that day, or it's days aren't needed to be explained. It's just like, so that makes sense that they would say, and they may have told them not to say days in the past, but the house guests never thought anything of it, and they're just analyzing it because suddenly they are saying they're thinking of the days. They're looking for things. So that happened. And in the end, I don't think it's anything to be concerned about. So that's up. Anything else? It's Tuesday. I don't know. I sadly I don't think we're going to get to see the feeds. I don't think we're going to learn a whole lot more. I think it's just going to be another, boring day on the live feeds with only 5 house guests on each house, and we're only getting to see one side of the house. So they did flip the feeds on to two individual channels for outside the what I want to say for our view. In other words, we went from only one view in the back inside the house to suddenly 2. So it's like they're totally ignoring the possibility there even being a backyard. It's like, yeah, no, we're just going to show you the inside view, which is kind of like, oh, great, even less chance that we're going to swoop to the outside because they're not even bothering. I don't know. For me, it was just a symbol of, yeah, we're not going to show you the outside anymore, so we'll just give you 2 views of the inside. That hadn't happened, as I recall, up until last night, but I could be wrong. Anything else to think about? No. Not for now. Except for now, I'm remembering I forgot to do something, and I'm kicking myself yet again. I got sidetracked last night with my as Dolph Fecka called it, my Zapruder project. That absorbed me, and I forgot to get something, so I'll have to do that tomorrow. Grumble. I'll do it today, and then I'll have it already to go tomorrow. Yes, I will. All right. Anything else? No, I think that's it. Hopefully this one records when I get to work and I post it. You guys will actually hear it instead of 17 minutes of nothing that happened yesterday, and I had to record a quickie. I don't know. I'm fine. It's not breaking my heart that today is kind of a little bit quiet as far as potential stuff in the house. It's a busy week for me, as I've stated before, so it's not going to break my heart, but I do wish we knew what was going on in the backyard, because I have a feeling there's lots of drama that we could know about, but yeah, we can't. And I don't think that the parts of the internet feel bad about it. I don't think the person that yelled really feels terrible. I think they're kind of proud of themselves. But that's what I got, folks. We will talk to you later today, maybe, but probably not. Probably not until tomorrow. And give you any new news that we have. It is Tuesday. Our eviction is not until Thursday. So be well, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.